for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Ready? Ready?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 10 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Travaris Cadet, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. And picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. They'll try the air now with Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, hey. Hey!
From the gun on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Newton. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And a tough spot to drop that down here, 3rd and goal.
And so many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the people around him and maybe his focus was gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So Dalton now. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They go play action here on 1st down. And Green with a catch left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Dalton here from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Luke Kuechly able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. As Carolina D was 3rd in the NFL in sacks last year.
And sometimes that surprises people when they hear that, because who's the dominant pass rusher that you think of putting up double-digit sacks? They do it collectively as a unit and get to the quarterback.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you talk about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep it off.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
That's it. Let's rock now. You. Hey.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken inside his own 40. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offensive.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one, and this throw will be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That one, 28 yards on the ground. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Heineke. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Leopard! Leopard! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. He'll look to throw, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Gun. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. And
it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mixon. So it's halftime here. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. And how about this last play? Made a nice catch.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this. So Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Nice connection there with Ian Thomas, a rookie out of Indiana. And he's one of those guys that I truly believe his best football is ahead of him. Always has been a consistent blocker. His receiving gets better and better.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Another run, this time McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Lucky 56. Leopard.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Dalton throwing on second down. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running...
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Detroit!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's the run with Cadet. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gone! 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 4 down! 4 down! Check! 4 down! 4 down!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught left side by Funchess. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Dalton, 1st and 10. To Mixon on the check down. A good pickup there at 22. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Thomas Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will shave one more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And here a juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Lucky 56.
Now Heineke. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they